in the teacup. So this reading was set with the intention of what we need to know for the next 24 hours collectively. And I found this symbol, which to me looked like a nice, beautiful hen, a big, beautiful, full hen, and even her leg is kind of sticking up behind her in a pretty comical way. But for me, I could really see that foot sticking out. To me, this was indicative of new starts and of ways that we nourish ourselves. Not just the eggs that can be laid, but for those of us who enjoy eating a little bit of meat still in our diet, we might be inclined to take advantage of the wonderful situation with the chicken. Below that, I found could either be a rat or a no, it looks like a boat, but I at first saw it as a rat or a, what's the word again? A lamp, like a genie's lamp. And in both those ideas are embedded concepts of like longevity as well as wishful thinking, just making sure that strategies you have are going to work out for you. Rats have a lot of wisdom. You may be familiar with them in Chinese astrology. So they aren't really a negative thing. I always like to look at tea leaves from a perspective that's inclusive of a lot of different cultures. Of course, I can still be short-sighted on my own knowledge. Also, this particular tea came from my good friend in Lexington, Kentucky. She sent me some beautiful tea, and it is a tea from Nepal. I wish you could smell it. It's got like this lovely clove smell, so it's like Christmas over here. And this is the second reading I've done with it. Initially, I didn't think it'd be the best choice because it is a little bit choppy. And at my official reading tomorrow, we're going to use and debut, I haven't even opened it, I've got this Dublin Dreams tea, which is a black tea. I do know what it looks like though, because I was in that shop at the day. But it's got some really neat features. And I guess it'll be a surprise, won't it? For those of you who follow me on Patreon, you were able to vote on when and how I should use the new Dublin Dreams tea that I got at the beginning of this month. And the vote was to use it on my live stream for tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do. It's what I've been saving it for. Well, maybe that's the rat symbol, is, you know, kind of not necessarily hoarding, but I think rats have to be good at planning ahead so that they can survive. Strategizing. Then other symbols that popped out to me when I read earlier include, to me, this was a cow, and it's got a party hat. Now, you can't really make out like legs of the cow, and the party hat is off to the, you know, off above it, kind of levitating, if you will. It's that kind of party, I suppose. And again, that echoed the concept of the chicken, right? Because here's another farm animal. And yet, the cow is going to need more space. The cow is going to need beautiful pastures, you know, the right conditions to really prosper. And it needs a lot more taken care of. It's kind of more high maintenance than our itty bitty chicken. And it is in the left side of the cup. So to me, I always interpret the left side as innate things, as the intuition. And it's facing more the center of the cup. And that party hat is almost pointing into the center of the cup. So actually, now that I'm repeating these symbols, it seems to me that it could be the case that what we celebrate is a little bit down the path, but it's also very immediate for us. And it's stuff that we can feel effortless about, because the middle of the cup, to me, is a pretty effortless space. And this also can be representative of how others see us. So to me, that's pretty fantastic for everyone tuning in, is that you can feel like you can really be yourself, and you can extend that into the very near future, if not the rest of your life, because why wouldn't you be yourself? Earlier, when I was sipping on this tea, I talked kind of in that similar vein of myself as a writer, and how one of the messages I love to share with people is the importance of, if you feel inclined towards an identity that you don't already associate yourself with because it seems a little out of reach, something as simple as being a writer or someone who is appreciated for their dance or their art or their scientific mind, simply just start calling yourself a writer or dancer, an artist, or a scientist. Even if you want to put in training on the end, that's perfectly all right. I don't know who it was, possibly a teacher, told me to do that when it came to me wanting to be a writer at that point in my life, probably first or second grade. It was so early in life and it changed things. And I just want people to know that. That's possibly that cow in that hat. And then finally, the last images I did see were a little profile of a person in a wide brim hat here, very, very itty bitty, and then that was mirrored over yonder. So they aren't that far apart in the teacup, and yet they kind of are. And this again is going to be in your left hand side of the cup. Above it, I found this image to kind of resemble either a peace pipe or a bug crawling down a branch. Thank you for the follow, Radio Flowers. And that to me speaks towards friendship, right? And coming together, communication, for sure, because you have two different individuals in two different spots that are willing to see each other kind of eye to eye. One of them's kind of got their brim of their hat is a little bit tipped, and that brim also has a big half of it is red. So that might be more a representation of a more outgoing personality, someone who's a bit quirky, and the other one might be a bit more modest, we could say. The more modest figure seems to be closer to the handle of the teacup, so that could be more something that you feel responsibility for, that you are working towards, or that is important to you. So being more modest might be a trait that you care about at this moment. All right, so I think this was a good test run of everything, and I do hope these settings will stay put. I really appreciate all the insights from everyone and for sticking with me. Yes. So this has been fantastic. I'll see you every Thursday. I believe the start time is going to be 6 o'clock and ending around 8. I still have to check my schedule, but my schedule will be posted here on Twitch afterwards. You can check that out. And definitely give me a follow on any social media that appeals to you. Oh yeah, and I absolutely am available for private readings too, which is in that last link. You can check that out. I love you so much. I look forward to the stream. Info on my book is there. And I appreciate our time together. And I will see ya in less than 24 hours on the Twitch. So thank you so much, and create your fate.